Hey, what's up YouTube? Sapper back with another Destiny 2 build video. For this video we're going to be looking at the Nightstalker Hunter. Alright, so for this build I'm using the Foe Tracer just because it marks the enemies, and then the lower health they get when they're marked, the more damage you'll do to them, so it helps you finish people off. It can really give you an edge in a tight gunfight, and it'll help you win battles that you would usually lose. Now for the weapons, those can really be personal preference on which ones you like. I like auto rifles better than hand cannons or scout rifles, so I'm using Origin Story. And then for when they get close, then I have Last Hope to finish them off. I don't have the Quick Fang. I think I had it at one point in time and then got rid of it. So I'm using a negative space. Now for the skill tree, for the grenades, it's really which one you prefer. I don't know if one of them's better or not, so I use the Vortex Grenade just because it's a little bit easier to place and then it can do damage over time. For the dodge, I'm using the one that reloads your weapons, just because, you know, then if I'm low on ammo, instead of having to reload, I can just dodge, which will keep me from getting hit and then also reload them. For the jumps, I'm using triple jump, but honestly strafe jump might be a little bit better because then you can shoot people from up in the air instead of always having to be on the ground. Now for the other skills, I chose the Way of the Pathfinder mostly for the Vanish and Smoke. And then it also, when you tether enemies and then kill them, you create orbs, and then it increases your stats. And then your grenade effects last longer, twice as long, so that, you know, can help get grenade kills on enemies that are low that think it should have gone away by then. And then for the tether, you get to shoot multiple tethers, so that's good if if you miss hitting them with the first one, you get a couple more shots to hit enemies that are tethered. Now if you're running a straight sword build, the top one might be a little bit better, the Trapper, just because of the Keen Scout. You sprint faster, and then you get all of your tethered enemies are tracked. But with this, you only get the one tether to shoot. But when you do shoot it, then it'll sit and wait for people to walk by, and it'll last longer than the other tether will. And then also when you dodge, then you vanish for a little bit. So if you're going straight sword, I think that the Trapper might be better. But since I don't use power ammo a whole lot, I don't go out of my way to look for it, so I'm sticking with Pathfinder on that. And this gameplay isn't the best gameplay, but this build doesn't really fit my play style a whole lot. This build really shines when you run around with a sword. And that's, I do pick up sword ammo quite a bit in this video, but that's not usually the way I play. And then on top of that, Tether is really one of the weakest supers in the game right now for PvP. It's honestly, I think it's even worse than Bubble Titan was in Destiny 1. So that definitely doesn't help. Now it does have a chance to pull people out of their super, and you can kill them if you hit them with it. But usually the lag is so bad on it that, I'll hit somebody with it while they're in their super, and they'll just kind of run out of it and then kill me. And then a couple seconds after they kill me, then it finally pulls them out. So it's not really worth relying on it just for that, just because most of the time it's not going to work. And so right here you can see the best way to use this build. Preferably you would want to not run through a Titan barricade and die. I probably could have killed at least one or two more if I hadn't done that. But you want to throw down a smoke grenade and then pull out your sword after you pick up. If you pick up your sword first, then you won't be able to throw down a smoke grenade until you switch to another weapon. Obviously right there I meant to throw a smoke grenade, not a regular grenade. And then once I have my sword out, then I try to throw a smoke grenade, but can't because you have a sword out. So I decided to just deal with it. So you can see how much better this build is with a sword. And it'd be even better if you had weapons and that increased your sprint speed and a quick fang. And I think I've grabbed more power ammo in this game than I ever have before. I usually don't pick up that much. And then you can see I didn't even bother using my super just because, it's just not really the best. Alright, so I ended with a 2.14. Not the best game ever, but still pretty good. You saw most of those came from when I had a sword. Without the sword, I probably would have had, 1.4, 1.3, just kind of really an average game. So if you're good with swords, this is really the build that you want to use with a sword. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed this build video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to see more build videos. Until next time.